I'm Rhonda Massad from the West Island blog, and connecting you in the community is what I do all day, every day. This season is particularly important to me and to the West Island. We have a federal election coming up, and I want to make sure that you have no excuses for not voting. I will introduce you to as many candidates as I possibly can and who are willing to be interviewed. So I am here today with Francis, Mariam Ishak, and Céline LaQuerre.
Yes.
They are all Conservative candidates on the West Island: Pierre Fondolard, Lac Saint-Louis, and Dorval Lachine LaSalle. So we've got you guys, it's all covered. Let's get right to it because we know our readers have lots going on.
Sure.
So let's start with what led you to choosing a career in politics? You're leaving something behind.
Actually, I'm still working full-time. I'm a chartered professional in human resources consultant, so I'm still working full-time, scaling down in a bit. I studied political science and philosophy at university, and I've been actively involved in the party at the leadership race, and I find that the timing is right in order to be actively representing the constituents of Dorval Lachine LaSalle.
Okay. Mariam?
I'm a mother. I have two kids, 18 and 14, and I'm so involved in the community with different organizations. I believe that the Member of Parliament is a public servant. So I'm taking my community service to the second level or the next level. I want to serve my community on a bigger scale.
Okay, Anne?
I don't actually view it as a career path. I've had a career as a lawyer. I worked 12 years in a big multinational company here based in Montreal, Canadian company. I had a second career as a financial consultant working with my husband at Investors Group, Massad. So this for me is not a career. It's really about serving the community, and I see that our families need help, our kids need help. As a mother, as the daughter of immigrants who came to Canada over 50 years ago, I just think we have to do things differently.
Okay. Céline, how will your past experience and skill set help move our community and our country forward, providing a better quality of life?
Being born and raised in New Brunswick as a proud francophone, I'm also Métis. I moved to Montreal to further studies, went to Concordia and McGill and U of M. And basically, I do embody the coalition of the Conservative Party and understand the openness of the Federation and recognizing the nationalism in Quebec. So in regards to philosophy and party principles, I do believe that I embody and I could represent the constituents in a fair manner. In regards to profile, I've been working in the private sector as a leader in human resources, helping organizations to comply with regulations and remain competitive and create quality employment in the greater Montreal area.
Okay, thank you. So all of you, from your door-to-door canvassing experiences, what are the concerns of our community? So you're knocking on doors. What are people saying?
My writing is quite diversified in terms of social demographic makeup, going from Ville-Saint-Pierre, which is part of Lachine, to parts of LaSalle, to Dorval. So it resonated with me in 2019 that we have safety and public security issues.
Okay.
Predominantly in Ville-Saint-Pierre and Lachine and parts of LaSalle. Dorval less. So basically that would be a key issue. That would be one of the main concerns, since people fear for their safety.
That's a big one.
Second, the environment. Since my beautiful writing basically is bordered by water, the quality of the water, the discharging of wastewater. How is this contained? How is this managed? And how is this affecting the biodiversity and the quality of life of everyone?
Okay.
So I would say the top two, and the third would be economy, making life affordable and providing access to higher education, owning a home, owning a business, starting a business. So all of those are linked to deficit, lowering taxes, and really having a fiscal plan pertaining to the economy and the budget.
Miriam, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, actually, back in January, we launched a campaign listening to Pierre Fondolard, and that's the exact question we asked when we're doing our door-to-door.
Right.
And we try to answer all these questions. So on my Facebook page, there's a lot of videos that answer a lot of these questions. So in my writing, Pierre Fondolard, what we got at the door-to-door were taxes, pensions, family allowance, small business tax, environment, and immigration. These are 5 topics that are very important for the people of Pierre Fond Dollard, and many of these questions they asked are answered on my Facebook page with videos.
Okay. And?
So of course the ones that they've raised also affect Lac Saint Louis. Definitely housing. A lot of families that I talk to are saying that not only are they supporting their elderly parents, but now they have to continue supporting their adult children because housing is too expensive and life is too expensive. But the other one that I get at the door, people don't realize how diverse the West Island really is. And people are appalled at the international reputation of Canada. It was such a wonderful reputation, and they feel they go back to their home countries and they're coming back saying this is how people are viewing Canada now, and that's never happened before. So that's another thing that I find people are really not happy about right now.
In one word only, what ministry would you choose if you had a chance to be elected and you got your choice?
Employment and labor.
Okay.
Social development and family affair.
Okay.
So I would have taken that one.
They're going to have to battle it out.
No, I think it's an honor to be asked to be a minister, so whichever cabinet position I'd be happy to take, but with my legal experience and the international experience, I could definitely do international trade or even justice.
Okay. What are your favorite non-political activities? You have two words, like two topics or 2 sentences.
Different activities, either pertaining to community groups, Knights of Columbus, sports, being a good Samaritan. I enjoy being a first aider.
Okay. Mariam?
Well, I'm on the board of the West Island Women's Shelter, so defending women's rights and working with women is a big thing I love to do.
We took our young kids at the time, they're now 18 and 20, but at the time we took them to Africa on 3 different humanitarian trips. And the work that we saw there really makes us come home, realize how fortunate we are, but it also brings to bear a lot of the issues that we have here in our own communities. And so I would say our humanitarian work is really what has framed a lot of what we do as a family.
Okay, I have a question for Mariam. How can Canada better manage its immigration policy, and how do you see the immigration impacting the West Island further than it already has?
Well, actually, immigration was one of the questions we got doing our door-to-door, and Shadow Minister of Immigration, Michelle Rampel, I invited her to the West Island. She came to Pierre Fond Dollard. We had a town hall and she answered a lot of questions. Personally, I went to our border at Roxham Road just to see how is it managed there. And I am an immigrant. I came to Canada at age 24. I was not born here or raised here. And from my experience or the way I lived in Canada, I worked the first week I came here. I was lucky enough. I got integrated in the community. I studied a lot. I succeeded in my field. I'm a financial advisor with one of the big 5 banks. And I think what we need to do is put back order, fairness, and compassion to our border, bring the immigrants, get them to integrate, help them to integrate, accept them, and make them feel that this is their country. That's where they're gonna live, that's where their children gonna live, and feel like real Canadians and serve their country.
Okay. I have a question from Cindy Bertrand, who posted to my page. Her concern is legislating targeting minorities in Quebec, the legislation for school boards and secularism, etc., and why the federal government is currently not intervening to defend these rights.
I guess I'll tackle that one. So that is a tough issue. I know that as a Conservative government, we would never have put in place that kind of legislation. It is provincial legislation, and people do recognize that. But having said that, I think we need to let the province of Quebec sort it out, take the time that they need to go through the different inquiries. There are petitions already out there, so for sure people are not happy about this type of legislation. And that's going to play itself out. Once it plays itself out, I think there is definitely a role for the federal government. We have to protect people's rights. We have to ensure that people's individuality is able to be expressed. This is a democratic country. People do come here and they don't leave their identities behind. And that's something that's very important. And that's something I know that the Conservative government would definitely stand for.
Okay. I want to thank these ladies for taking the time to get to know everybody and good luck, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you, Rhonda, for doing this and for all that you do for the community.
Thank you. And I want you guys to go out and vote. It's an important thing to vote.
Yes.
There will be no excuses. Everybody one thing they do want is for you to actually go to the polls.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, and I think also you can register to work in the elections.
Yes.
I got some
Actually,
emails.
This is the first year they're allowing 16-year-olds to work. It used to be that you had to be of legal age. So there are people who are younger now who can definitely get on Elections Canada website, find out the information, and get involved.
All right, so good luck to everybody, and may the best party win. Good luck.
Thank
ladies.
you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.